Greetings, everybody. This editorial is about the recent death on November 25th of Fidel Castro in Cuba. I'm going to try to explain why the Cuban community in Miami had a 3 to 4 day block party on the streets with the announcement of his death. For the record, Fidel Castro jailed and tortured political prisoners at a higher rate than Joseph Stalin did during his reign of terror. Fidel Castro murdered more Cubans in his first 3 years in power than Adolf Hitler murdered Germans during his first 6 years. Fidel Castro literally shattered every family on the island of Cuba through mass executions, mass jailings, mass larceny, and exile. Many opponents of the Castro regime qualified as the longest suffering political prisoners in modern history, having suffered prison camps, forced labor, torture chambers for a period 3 times as long in Castro's gulags as anyone suffered in Stalin's gulag. Little known fact, Fidel Castro and Che Guevara actually beat ISIS to the game by over half a century. As early as January 1959, they were filming their executions for the media shock value. Fidel Castro also came closest to anyone in history to wantonly starting a worldwide nuclear war. You see, there were missiles with nuclear warheads already in Cuba under Cuban government control before the blockade of Russian ships during the Cuban Missile Crisis. In the above process, Fidel Castro converted a highly civilized nation with a higher standard of living at the time than much of Europe that was swamped with immigrants from all across the world into a slum ravaged by tropical diseases and with the highest suicide rate in the Western Hemisphere. Just think about it. Over 20 times as many people, and counting, have died trying to escape Castro's Cuba than ever died trying to escape East Germany. Yet prior to the Castro's revolution, Cuba received more immigrants per capita than almost any nation on earth, more even than the United States did during the Ellis Island years. If the mass executions, mass jailings, mass larceny, and the exile weren't enough, I'll one day tell you more stories, individual stories of individuals who met their fate at the hand of the execution squads. That, folks, is why they were partying the streets of Miami, and I'm actually shocked that it only lasted 3 to 4 days. Thank you.